Hi everyone, so this is the video of how I went about repainting my Firespray. Unfortunately, as I didn't get to take all my stuff into work when I sneakily did the conversion, I don't have any video part of that, but I'll try and talk through the basics as the video's running. I've sped it up so you don't have to sit through the whole, I think it was 90 minutes, 2 hours it took me to get the painting done, and it jumps around a little bit. So this is the first time I've done this type of video. Couple of lessons learned already, so hopefully the next one will be even better, but we'll get right onto it just so you guys get to see the joys of repainting X-Wing models. So as you can see, I'm using an airbrush. I did a standard Russian uniform grey undercoat to get the grey. Then I started building up the layers of green for the bounty hunter. I'm using, for the airbrushing, I'm using the Vallejo Gamer range. And because it's just one model, I'm doing some wet mixing actually in the airbrush chamber itself. The green was pretty simple, went onto the cockpit canopy and tried to do a layering effect. So as you can see, the actual dark blue of the base coat on that canopy gets worked through, then blended into a blue. Now we do a nice light brushing of a lighter grey for the main body. That's just to start differentiating between that and the two shoulder bit, that's where wings come out. Obviously taped up. Now I do some washing. So this is to try and build up a grimy effect. You don't need to be clean on this, especially if you're using an airbrush. So go through, get it all coated. Then what we're going to do is use the airbrush with no paint in it to just actually manipulate it and just keep working up layers of the same grey base coat and then the washes to try and get a transitional effect. As you can see, it's starting to come a little bit cleaner and drier there. Now we actually do a little bit more with a nicer tipped brush, just to try and get in and get any specific details. So I'll try and remember to do the camera on my right hand side next time, but it was 2 o'clock in the morning, couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd try and do a painting tutorial instead. So there we go, that's the black lining done. We start stripping off some of the tape just to see where we're at. And now we're going to paint the shoulders a nice darker grey. This is more to give it a just more in a two-tone look. We used a nice Games Workshop base paint here. I think it's a dark grey. And obviously you can water it down, keep spiraling the brush on the tile just so you get a nice consistent edge, usual things. And we're just going to tidy up around the edges, anywhere that paint ran when we were airbrushing that the tape didn't get onto. And now some washes. So this is an Agrax Earthshade wash, really going into her wings and trying to any metal components. So when I had to rebuild the struts, they get quite a heavy Agrax Earthshade wash. And we do some battle damage. These are blaster bolts. So you do this by doing black dots and then highlight them in a white, just so you get that transition. This is a nicer one there. Now this effect is something I wanted to try out. It's just getting some wash onto a brush and blowing clean air onto it to give the spattering effect. And I thought this really worked well for any of the bits where I wanted oil stains or leaks to be showing through. We're going to do a little bit of highlighting on these panels just for a darker grey to give them more of a weathered effect. And obviously because we brush this on, it gives a slightly different look. So a heavy wash over the top of them to try and blend them in with the rest of the model. And now we get some dirty green washes because no bounty hunter gets on the outside of his Firespray and polishes the paint. And there you have it. I'm just going to bring up the photographs of a finished product now so you can all see how it looks, see what you think. Obviously I did give the canopy a gloss varnish over the top to try and make it stand out a little bit more, just keep that quite glossy effect that the Firespray canopy has. Some close-ups of that splattering and weathering. So it looks okay. I like it on some parts. There's a nice blaster scorch on the front, and you can see those little stone chip type effects that you get doing the black first, then a white. You want to try and make sure that your white is just letting the black show through around it on the narrow edge, and then quite a lot of black still on the other edge. Doing that conversion definitely, like I say, wasn't worth it. It looks nice on the table, but I don't know if I would bother doing it if I was to repaint another Firespray. I might still go around and tidy up those green panels a little bit, but I'm undecided because I want to make sure it fits in with the rest of the X-Wing stuff, which a lot of the painting styles for X-Wing anyway is quite wash heavy. But yeah, there you go, there's mine. I'm pretty sure we'll be linking to Luke's video to see how he got on and how he painted his. If you're watching this as part of the series, let us know what you think, if you like these painting back and forth multiple videos, or if you'd rather have it all in one longer cut. And yeah, make sure you check out Luke's video and see how he did painting his. Thanks everyone.